posts, and I want to make sure I say everything correctly. That way that I don't get flagged on here. And this is for educational purposes only. And if y'all see my title, maybe y'all watch the live later. I know that this is early in the morning. And I am, hold on one second. Let me turn down my volume on my phone real quick. And only reason why I'm making this video is because people were commenting on my comment section saying some dumb, ridiculous stuff. And some people were also sending me stuff which I really don't care about. So on my community post, I wrote, let me clarify something because it seems to be a lot of confusion, okay, in my comments. I also wrote, also, I see, no, let me say it right. I said, I see a lot of confusion. I do not practice voodoo. Because I see a lot of people in my comments section saying weird stuff. And then I even heard people saying it, which is stupid as hell. So let me get that right there. Okay. That's why I say get it right. People pick and choose who they want to ride for. Sorry, someone just messaged me. It's like people just message me. And I'm not even feeling good, y'all. I have the flu. My son had the flu and my grandson had upper respiratory virus. So I couldn't even get on here and really talk because I had a sore throat. But anyway, let me correct people. I am in Santeria, lukumi priestess. Okay. Some people may call it Iyanifa, and some people may call it Olorisha. So let's get that right, right? We do not practice voodoo. Okay, so let's get that right there. Okay, and I said people pick and choose who they want to fucking ride for. And I said, I am a Lukumi Santeria priestess. Those are not the same practices. And I said, it's important to respect the difference. I said, I'm a daughter of a Batala. I'm a Santo, which means that in Lukumi and Santeria, when they had Catholicism, if the people see on my arm, there is a cross with rosary on it because my father was Catholic. My grandparents are Catholic, and they did Catholicism with the saints. Okay. Now, in Santeria, Luca, main reason why it's called Santeria is because they work with saints in the Orishas. So let's get that right. So do not practice voodoo. People need to get their stuff correct. Also, I wrote that I want to be clear. I do not do love spells on other people. I never said that I perform love spells. I believe in free will. Okay. And I said that in multiple videos. Okay. And I also wrote my status. And look at me, free will is not something to play with. Enforcing emotions and relationships goes against my spiritual principles. If I do any rituals, people will see that it will say self love rituals or protection rituals or or stuff like that, which have nothing to do with playing against people's free will. So I put also in my community post, if anything I openly talk about, let me make sure I'm saying this right. I said, I openly talk about love spells. I'm saying it wrong. If anything, I openly talk about why love spells on others are irresponsible and shouldn't be done. And what I do support is self love work, healing, and spiritual alignment, right? That's what I wrote there. I said, and work that empowers a person without violating anyone else's will. Sorry, my throat is raspy because I got a damn sore throat. And I'm like, why the hell do I feel like I have to say this? Because people getting shit misconstrued. Like, first of all, if I practice voodoo, I'm going to say I practice voodoo. I'm an open spiritual practitioner. I have real initiations. I'm a daughter of a Batala. I don't play about that. Daughter of a Batala is I am the daughter of the father of the white cloth in my tradition. Okay. They also sanctify him as Jesus in Catholicism. Okay. That's where they got that from. So people need to get that right, which he represents purity, calm, peace, and integrity, and good Iwa Pele. So no, I do not practice voodoo. So that's why I be saying people need to stop spewing out garbage. Okay. Because I think where they getting this from, I commented on what's her name video? Miss Season, okay's video. And first of all, yes, I am Jessica that was commenting on that video. And let me say this, I never knew that they was going through stuff because I don't watch this crap every day, and I'm not that invested, and I really don't care that much to even care. Someone asked me to do a reading on a mirror, and I never freaking did it because I'm not that damn invested. First of all, I support Robert. I support Amira. Amira's a shaman as well, so she does the same damn work. Okay, she's also a healer. Same daggone practices. All right. She used to do readings as well. So y'all can't pick and fucking choose who y'all want to support because that's weird energy. Third of all, I commented on her video. I didn't know what the hell was going on because I'm not, like I said, I'm not that invested. Okay. Like, I don't know her like that to be that invested. She was talking about spiritual awakening, and I commented on what a spiritual awakening is, which is a shift of consciousness. When she was talking about 3D, 4D, and 5D realms, she just couldn't really explain it like that because she's probably new into a spiritual awakening. People who have spiritual awakenings mean that they see signs, synchronicities, they start having prophetic dreams, they become a seer, they start seeing things and stuff like that. So when what I explained in the comment section is what she was having. Hold on one second. Give me 1 second, because I gotta get some water because I got a sore throat. 1 second. I'm not even feeling good. I shouldn't even be doing this, but ain't nobody gonna spew garbage out for my motherfucking name. Like, get that shit the fuck right. The fuck be wrong with fucking people? Hold on. Yes, I am love and light, but I have spice. I never fucking claimed to be a fucking whole damn, excuse my fucking freaking French, but I never claimed to be no uh just love and light. I always say I'm love light, a little bit of spice, baby. Don't get it messed up over here. But what person ain't gonna do is spill garbage on my motherfucking name. Hell no. And no damn lies. I ain't never came out here and say, oh, I'm a voodoo practitioner. No. Ever. Not once. Ever. I have mentioned hoodoo, which voodoo and hoodoo is a difference, which maybe I should school people. Hoodoo is when you work with herbs. Voodoo is when you work with freaking dolls and poke them and all that crap. People need to really freaking learn their stuff. I am a Santeria lukumi practitioner. That's what I am, a daughter of a Batala. Get it the hell right. Fuck. Y'all don't know what the hell y'all be talking about. Get it the hell right. So yes, I did comment on seasoning, mis-seasoning stuff. And I did not know that they was going through stuff. So don't try to bash someone because y'all think whatever they are going through is what they're going through. Okay, I don't know what be wrong with people. Like, I did not know that they was going through whatever the hell they was going through. I commented on there because she said she was going through a spiritual damn awakening. Okay, so let's get that right. And then when I seen someone say in a comment, "Oh, you must be talking about voodoo," and I said, "Oh my God, what ignorance! These people are spewing garbage because a spiritual awakening has nothing to do with fucking voodoo. What be wrong with people? Like, I don't understand it." So I wanted to take a moment to clear up the confusion because I seen a lot of assumptions. And y'all know what assumptions cause? And this is why people should freaking study and read more. If you read the four agreements, I have the book over there and I could pull it out. It's probably the third agreement in the book by Miguel Don Ruiz, which states, do not make assumptions because let me get the book so I can freaking read the part. Because assumptions do nothing but make you look like a damn fool. Like, what? A fucking voodoo? Come on. But you got to be more careful. People that do tarot readings and healers and shamans are not freaking, don't have to practice voodoo. Voodoo is in Africa. Like, what? Be wrong with people? Or Haiti and stuff like that. Like, the fuck? I cannot. Like, people just spew out so much garbage. So let me get my book here so I can read this one piece to y'all. Actually, I'll just pull it up on my phone. Give me 1 second. Yeah, because I think people need to go grab the Four Agreements book. And I don't take things personally. It's another part of the Four Agreements book. But let me read y'all this part real quick. Hold on. Give me 1 second. to the four agreements because this is very important for people that make assumptions about someone else's life. Four agreements. Do not, which is one of the agreements in that book. Do not make assumptions. Hold on. I have to pull it up because I think that they should know this word for word and then go buy the book because then you make a complete ASS out of yourself when you make an assumption. Don't make assumption is the third agreement from Don Miguel Ruiz's book, advises against assuming you know what others think or feel or what they do, which leads to unnecessary drama, misunderstanding, emotional poison. Instead, find the courage to ask questions, communicate clearly, and seek truth, which transform relationships and foster personal freedom. You can't just go around making assumptions on people. You can't like people are crazy. Give me one more second, y'all. I gotta go grab something else. Give me 1 second. 11:11 on my fucking time. Look at that. Alignment. How about that? That's voodoo too. I'm back. Yeah, so maybe if people ask clearly, they don't have to make an assumption, right? And if you don't like what someone has to say, why freaking follow them? And I know people be following me and subscribing to me, but then you want to go and talk some crazy shit behind someone's back. So that's why I did this video to clear up any assumptions, any confusion, because no, I do not practice voodoo. Never said that I practice voodoo, which is funny as hell. Like, and I'm gonna explain to y'all the difference, okay? I believe education is very important. And that's what people don't understand. People just talk and talk. Y'all moms and grandmas probably practice voodoo or hoodoo. Honestly, really hoodoo to be truthful, but not voodoo. Voodoo and hoodoo is two different things. So first and foremost, like that's when I wanted to clear up. I do not practice voodoo. Voodoo is a real ancestral religion with its own history, its own lineage, its own spirits, and its own tradition. It has nothing to do with Santeria lukumi. Okay, I do work with the Orishas, and I forgot that you can't say certain things on here, so I gotta watch what I say. Yes, those practices also deserve to be respected. Just like I don't come on here talking about Christianity or Islam because we're not supposed to do that. We actually respect other people's beliefs. So that's why I want people to know. Yes, I am a Santeria known as Lukumi priestess, which has nothing to do with voodoo. It comes from the Yoruba people of West Africa, yes, and it was preserved through our ancestry, which was during enslavement, okay? And I got to make sure that I say things right on here because they will flag your videos, okay? And it came down through formal ceremonies through our elders, okay? Um, it came through different things. I can't really talk about it too much because they will flag me on here because people get this misconception of what people practice. Santeria was passed down through the Atlantic trade slave. If people want to learn about it, I'll talk to you about it. But if you don't and you're ignorant and you don't want to listen, then I can't talk to ignorant people. Okay, that's what our ancestors in Puerto Rico and Cuba, that's where it was originally freaking the diaspora is from. Isheshe is in Africa. That's the original practice. But then it went to Cuba and then it went to Puerto Rico and to the Caribbeans, which is called Santeria. Santeria is represented by saint. That's why it's called Santeria. If you notice, we deal with the Virgin Mary. We deal with Jesus. We deal with um The La Virgen Ocean. It's like a bunch of different things. The Virgin Mary, all that 555 on the time. Thank you, Spirit. Again, and that's where people get messed up. Oh, if you see an angel number, that's demonic. Then why is it called angel number? Oh, if you see a crystal, people use crystals. That's how can a rock be demonic? People like don't use their freaking senses, like their thoughts, just because it's not what you were brought up. Like, fuck. Like, I don't know what's wrong with people. Like, people get so brainwashed by, I don't want to say the wrong thing because I don't want to get flagged by like Christianity stuff. They get stuck in a box. When you're in religion, you get stuck in a box, right? And when you're spiritual, you're on your own spiritual journey and you're able to learn different practices and different cultures and stuff like that. And that's why people, our practice get demonized so much, just like the Buddhists, right? The Buddhism, just like the monks. They believe in the same thing as Santeria and lukumi do. Only thing is they got a different deity, which is Buddha. Okay? But people openly will share, oh, that's so beautiful, this and that, this and that. But when it comes to their own practices, they, oh, that's voodoo, that's hoodoo, that's witchcraft, and this and that, da 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 da. And that's why it's so funny because I made a group on my Facebook which called Spiritual Witchhood of Spiritual Rebels. And you know why I did that? I put the word witchhood and spiritual rebels there because witch was the way that they used to demonize, they used that word to demonize people practices. They made it look bad. Okay. That was that word. When people say brouhaha or bruha or this and that, all that bull crap. That was the name they put on people to demonize the practices of shamans, of healers, of all that. That was the name that they threw on people. So like it don't really bother me, but you're not gonna sit here and be like, oh, I practice voodoo, because I don't. That's a whole different thing. That's a whole different diaspora or whatever that thing is, religion. That's a whole different religion with different deities or luau's or whatever it is, okay? It has nothing to do with what Jessica practices. And I was the one on Miss Seasoning's thing. Like, that's really weird. I don't know what the hell they got going on. Did not know what the hell they had going on. I don't care what they have going on. Sometimes I'll come on here and I make videos about it. But honestly, I talk about the freaking saga. It's freaking demonic. So I don't want really crap to do with it. I'll come on here, I'll joke, I'll gel, I'll fucking talk about Brianna, which honestly, I should take down the videos because that's, to me, talking about her, what the hell? That's a little weird too. But I said I'm love light and a little bit of spice. But which I'm not gonna take it down. I'm gonna just leave it up. But still, like, come on, man. Like, come on. People gotta do more better than that. If you don't know something, don't talk about it. So anyway, in Luca, me, we work with Orishas, okay? The Orishas are divine forces in natures, which I'm going to explain that, okay? Such as wisdom of justice, love, thunder, ocean, healing, and transformation, okay? They are not saints themselves, but they are synchronized as saints through Catholicism because when the Atlantic slave trade started and they started bringing the Africans to Puerto Rico and Cuba and stuff like that, we were unable to practice our original practices because it was stolen from us. They didn't want us to practice it, so we had to synchronize them with the saints, like Jesus, like the Virgin Mary, and stuff like that. That's why it was called Santeria, because we had to hide behind the saints. Okay? Now, as I mentioned, now when people see the Catholic saints mentioned in Santeria, this is where the confusion often comes in. The saints are not orishas, all right? Historically, the ancestors used the saints as a form of synchronicity. Each saint represents a similar quality or energy of a specific orisha. Like I am Omo Obatala, which will represent Jesus. Which that's what people don't understand, but people are quick to say, "Oh, voodoo, 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 voodoo." Now let's explain what voodoo is. Okay, let's get into voodoo because voodoo has nothing to do with what I practice. So don't spew out no garbage on me talking about, oh, well, she practices voodoo. No, the fuck I don't, and don't comment that shit on my videos. Like y'all are so weird. What is wrong with people? Oh my God. I'm gonna give y'all the definition of voodoo. Has nothing to do with Santeria or what I practice. And that shit, my ancestors probably whipping people ass, and they're gonna see why their life is gonna be messed up because y'all put your mouth on people that y'all have no business talking about. Anyway, voodoo is a legitimate, organized ancestral religion that primarily was from Haiti. Like I said, I want to look it up so I can read it to y'all. With roots in the West Central Africa traditions, okay? Especially from the Fon and Iwa peoples. It was developed during slavery when African spiritual systems were forced to adopt under colonial rule. Voodoo is not spell based. See, and that's what people were saying. Oh, love spells this. That has nothing to do with voodoo. What the hell be wrong with people? I don't get it. It's not harming people. It's not controlling others or doing magic or no drama. It's about honoring their ancestors. Even if I did do it, it's about honoring your ancestors, severing spiritual spirits called the Lua, which I said it. Orishas and Lua are two different things. They're two different spiritual practices. Like you have your Orishas in Santeria, lukumi, Sheshe, and then in voodoo you have Luas, okay, which is their ancestral spirits, maintaining balance between spiritual and physical realms, community healing, protection, and moral responsibility. And that's what I'm saying. People just throw stuff out there because they watch freaking television and they see all this crazy crap that's on TV and how they demonize people practices. And that's why people spew out all this garbage, okay? And the word witch wasn't even man, I share a lot. If people went to my Witchhood Spiritual Rebels group, y'all will see what I share and y'all will see. And like I said, I named it Witchhood Spiritual Rebels because that's what they call people that were shamans, that were spiritualists, that didn't fit in the norm, that were on their own spiritual journey, that looked out of the box of religion, that religion kept you trapped in. Okay, and you will learn something that witches, only reason why they said they were witches was because they tried to put a bad name on healers. They were doulas. Okay, if you ever had a doula, they were doulas, people that help you with your yoni, heal your yoni. I talk about healing your yoni a lot. Spiritual cleanses, wound wrapping, planting your placenta, stuff like that. But no, they called them freaking witches. And that's what people don't understand. They demonize practices. And like I said, if y'all don't like what I talk about on here, y'all don't have to follow me. Okay? I do not really care. I frankly don't care. And it's crazy that people will spew garbage out on your name and they don't even know you or know what you practice. And do not practice voodoo. So get it the hell right and learn something. Maybe you'll learn something about your ancestry if you really followed me. Because a lot of uh, uh, African Americans in the States don't even know who they really are because they were freaking robbed of everything. Y'all was robbed of your culture. Y'all was robbed of your religion. Y'all was robbed of all of that. Okay? Y'all don't even know who the hell y'all are. Honestly. And y'all practicing the master's religion, honestly. Let's get technical. Like, come on now. Don't get it messed up. Y'all the ones still stuck in the box. Shit. Y'all the ones practicing the demonic stuff. If you really want to be technical, y'all the ones really practicing the demonic stuff. Demons, the first of all, devil ain't even in my religion. I could even read you the 16 principles of Ifa. There is no devil. That's a concept of Christianity. So all that stuff that people be talking that demonic stuff, get the hell out of here with that crap. Y'all be the real demons. We don't even look at demons. We talk about lower vibrational entities. What is an entity? An entity is never had shape or form, meaning it had never had lived a human experience. That's what people call demons. It's just bad energy. That's all it is. Like, say if someone, if I was to come to your house and I feel there's an entity in your home, I'm saying you have an entity in here. And someone say, well, what's the difference between an entity and a ghost and a spirit? A spirit has shape and form. It has lived a human experience. We're all spiritual beings. We all have spirit. An entity never has shape or form, which is what people call demons. They can form in your home as an orb or energy. And that comes from built up negative energy and bad energy. A ghost is maybe someone died in your house or people died in your home before, and that ghost is still present in your home. Then we could talk about Roman spirits. Trust me, I could really get into it. I just don't talk about it on here because people are ignorant and they don't. Am I a shadow banned? I probably am because I had comments on here. I can't see the comments no more. Hold on. Mm, probably am. Chat viewing options. Give me 1 second. Yeah, don't spill out no garbage on me. Y'all better get it right. The fuck be wrong with people? Give me 1 second. All right, what? That's why you can't even comment on people things nowadays. I ain't know them people was going through no damn fucking court stuff and all that. Like if that was the case, I wouldn't even comment on the girl's thing. Don't get me misconstrued. The fuck? And like I said, I love Robert. I like Amira, and I like this season. I'm not gonna switch up on somebody or switch my energy, even if I didn't know what was going on. I'm not gonna switch up. Like, no. Fuck. I see people for who they are. I have discernment. Okay. And I comment on a woman thing because she was talking about spiritual awakening, which I feel like that's beautiful for someone to go through a spiritual awakening, regardless of how you went through your spiritual awakening. A lot of people do break up with people and go through a spiritual awakening afterward through the healing process. People do go through things like that. But like I said, I didn't know. I probably would have made a video about it. She knowing me, if I did know, the hell, freak. Anyway, um, but as I was saying, spirit is a broad umbrella term. Spirit is like how can I explain it? A living person's spiritual essence. That's what it is. So, a spirit, after you die, your spirit leaves your body. It's still your essence. Okay. Also, it can be an ancestor who crossed over, divine forces or elevated spirit energies. Okay. That's what spirit is. Okay. It's the non physical essence connected to life itself. All right. So, that's what I was explaining. So, a ghost is an energetic imprint of a deceased human. Now that's why when you hear of ghost hauntings in your home, it's someone that had died and that energy is still there. Either they're a Roman ghost or a Roman spirit. Okay. Now, ghosts more than likely are, if you have like an angry ghost, that's when you'll have like knocking or slamming, or like your cabinets will be open and stuff like that. When you're in the house, that's when you have a ghost haunting. As I was saying, now in Christianity, they call something a demon. In spirituality, we don't say demon. We'll say a lower vibrational entity. Demons and devil do not belong in spirituality. Like I said, all that stuff that people talk, demonic this, demonic that, devil this, devil that, that is a Christian concept. Has nothing to do with Ifa. Okay? Anyway, as I was saying, I don't know. My comments are showing up, but they're disappearing. So whatever y'all commented, y'all can comment it again. So, as I said, an entity never lived a human experience. or is a non-human spiritual presence. Okay, it's thought form, it's energy forms, it's artificial created energies. So when an entity can form in your house, it's like an orb. If y'all ever hear about spirit orbs, right? It'll form into an orb, which that orb keeps negative energies, which people will say is demonic energies, but it's really a lower vibrational entity formed by negative energies. That is basically what it is. Christianity, they call it different stuff. I don't know. I used to be Christian a while back. I did ministry and training. I did all that, and I'm don't do it no more. Okay? Because I'm way beyond all of that, and I respect other people's religions. I'm not a certain person that will be like, oh, well, F Christianity, this and that, da, da, da. No, I'm not that type of person. I respect other people's traditions. And I believe that, and this is a crazy thing that I get with Christians, is that they will disrespect people and say everything is voodoo if it has nothing to align with their Christianity thoughts. If you're Muslim, they'll say, oh, you're practicing voodoo. If you're Buddhist, oh, you're practicing voodoo. Or if you're this, everything got to be, oh, you're a witch. And this, come on. Come on. Y'all got to be more careful than that. Y'all can't be going around spewing garbage like that. That's just like when the Buddhists was walking down the street, and the monks was walking down the street, and they went to that one church. What happened? The guy was out there with the fear mongering sign. Oh, this you're, and he said you're going to go straight into hell and this and that. You can't do that to people. And then all suddenly all the churches want to help because this man gave them look have a bad rap. Like, come on, man. Y'all can't make assumptions on what someone practices. Just because I'm dressed in white, my head is wrapped, and I got on white garbs, and I use crystals, and I read tarot cards, that does not mean that I practice voodoo. That has nothing to do with voodoo. Get it right. I don't know what people don't understand. Like, people are really crazy. I don't get why people are so ignorant. And let me give y'all this other thing. What is a witch? Right? What is a witch? Because people always say witchcraft or brouhaha or bruja, making jokes and shit. A witch is a person that intentionally works with spiritual awareness, natural cycles, and a person's energy to create change, healing, protection, and insight. But they gave it that bad name to make it look like it was bad because they wanted to take people's powers away. Okay? Because they know how powerful people are. They know that we had the power of Reiki. They know that we had the power of healing in our hands. If you really want to be technical, Jesus was a witch. He was a healer. He was a Reiki master. He did the same thing. Okay? He did the same thing. He healed people. He turned water into wine. Doesn't that sound like a magician? He turned one fish to many fishes to feed many people. So before y'all go around spewing garbage, learn something, okay? What being a witch actually involved was nature, working with the elements, ancestral wisdom, herbs, candle, meditation, and ritual structure, and doula work. Honestly, we helped a lot of womb healing. 333 on the time. And I think they keep throwing me off because certain things you can't say on here, but it's okay. So, oh boy. Anyway, that's all I really want to talk about. Like, don't be spewing no garbage on my name. If y'all don't know, don't talk about me. Because honestly, my ancestors will be on your back. Like I said it on season this thing. I don't have to lift a finger. My ancestors go to bat for me. I don't have to do nothing. I don't have to do nothing. My ancestors is powerful, baby. Don't talk about me. Because you talking about a long line of lineage of some very spiritual people. Okay? And I'm trying to talk low because my son is in the other room. And listen, y'all got to be careful who y'all talk about. Y'all gotta be careful who y'all put your mouths on and spill garbage and make up nonsense on, because people are high ranked out there in the spiritual realm. It's not no play stuff, okay? And all I gotta do is say or put you in a pot, and that's it. Honestly. And I ain't talking about no ritual. I'm talking about my Ogun and my Ochosi over there. All I gotta do is say, handle that. My ancestors, handle that. So y'all just tread lightly, man. That's all. Just tread lightly on who y'all be talking about. Don't spill no garbage out. Fuck. Next time, fucking tag me or something. And the ones that was trolling in my fucking comments and stuff, y'all some dodo birds, okay? Okay? No voodoo here, baby. Ifa priestess, high priestess at that. Okay? That's what I am. All right? Daughter of Obatala. Get it right next time you speak on me. Daughter of the father of the white cloth when you speak on me. And then you'll find out that my Orisha is the highest ranked Orisha. How about that? The most powerful Orisha that sits on my head, my Ori. Then you will know not to talk about me. Next time, tread more lightly. And I'm going to just tell my ancestors handle that. And when shit don't fall right, y'all know what happened.